Hey nerds, step into the enthralling universe of Three-Body Problem, where the mysteries of the cosmos unravel in a story spanning from the shadows of China's Cultural Revolution to the forefront of an interstellar quandary, starting now. Welcome to Nerd Social, I'm Nathan. So, today we're venturing into the vast and complex world of the Three-Body Problem, a series on Netflix that challenges our understanding of existence, loyalty, and the universe's countless secrets. So the spoiler-free logline for this show is: a fateful decision made in 1960s China reverberates in the present, where a group of scientists partner with a detective to confront an existential planetary threat. It's vague, and there's definitely a mystery at the beginning of this show that I, of course, won't spoil here. This show has been a much anticipated, or maybe dreaded by some. This show is mostly scripted by the dynamic duo of Benioff and Weiss, best known for Game of Thrones, alongside Alexander Wu from True Blood. This adaptation of a Hugo Award-winning science fiction series promises a rich tapestry of narrative depth and visual splendor. We'll see if it actually delivers. So, the main cast so much of Game of Thrones is sprawling. We have Benedict Wong, best recognized for his role as Wong in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He brings depth to the enigmatic Da Shi, who is the aforementioned detective. Jess Hong, best known for indie movies. She steps into the role of Jin Chen, the scientist with resilience and brilliance. She's one of the best things in the show. Let's say one of the best things because the cast altogether is pretty strong, which brings me to Isa Gonzalez, best known for her role in Baby Driver, plays Augie Salazar in this series, fusing her character with a blend of strength and vulnerability. She plays another scientist, material scientist, Jovan Adepo, best known from the show When They See Us, another scientist who plays like a boy genius who squanders his talents. He's interesting, and I'll get a bit more into him while trying to not spoil anything. He plays Saul Durand. Rosalind Chow, best known for the movie The Joy Luck Club, but also Keke O'Brien and Deep Space Nine, plays Ye Winja, bridging histories and worlds in her performance. John Bradley, best known for Game of Thrones himself. He plays Samuel Tully, plays Jack Rooney, a member of the Oxford Five. He turned his physics degree into a snack empire, bringing a mix of rudeness, outspokenness, and lovability to his role. Alex Sharp, Tony Award-winning actor, known for the curious incident of the dog in the nighttime, is Will Downing in this series, a physics teacher at Oxford and one of the Oxford Five friends. Liam Cunningham, another Game of Thrones alum who played Davos Seaworth, plays Thomas Wade, a strategist in this show and also a very important character. Marlo Kelly from the series Dare Me plays Tatiana, let's say a religious zealot without spoiling anything. C. Shimuko plays a avatar in a VR environment. Again, don't want to spoil too much. She's best known from the show Arrow. And Jing Sang plays the younger Ye Winja. This is her international debut. She's also very good in this show. And finally, Shamir Usami from the show What If and Succession is Raj Varma in the series, a naval officer with an interesting sense of duty. All right, so getting into the analysis, and yes, my hair is slightly different. I went away for a few hours and came back. So the Three-Body Problem tries to ambitiously tackle the vast and intricate narrative of Liu Cixin's acclaimed novel, presenting a complex tale of humanity's encounter with an alien civilization, which isn't a spoiler. They mentioned it in the spoiler-free logline. So the series excels in its visual storytelling and an ambitious scope, creating a world that is as intellectually stimulating as it is aesthetically pleasing. The translation of the novel's intricate scientific concepts to the screen is handled with care, showcasing the production's team's dedication to preserving the essence of the original work. I would say, as an aside though, if you want hard sci-fi, this is close, but doesn't necessarily get up to the standards of The Expanse, which is a high watermark, of course. Anyway, despite the grandeur and visual spectacle, the series occasionally falters in pacing, with some episodes feeling uneven in their narrative flow. The challenge of condensing the novel's dense plot into a television format is evident, leading to moments where the story feels rushed or conversely too drawn out. The casting across the board is a highlight, with Benedict Benedict Wong portraying Dashi, providing a grounded, charismatic presence that adds depth to the narrative. As I mentioned earlier, Isa Gonzalez and Jess Hong both deliver strong performances, bringing their characters to life with emotional complexity and nuance. The series' approach to adapting the novel's intricate storyline is commendable, with careful attention to the thematic underpinnings of the story, such as the nature of humanity, the ethics of survival, and the vast, often cold, expanse of the cosmos. These themes are explored through a narrative that weaves together the past and the present. The earthly and the alien, and tapestry rich with philosophical inquiry and moral dilemmas. Yet, as I've already said, the three-body problem is not without shortcomings. The series sometimes struggle to maintain the delicate balance between the scientific and the speculative, occasionally veering into territory more fantastical than grounded in the hard science fiction roots of the source material. The production value on three-body problem are impressive for a streaming show. They don't have the budget that they did with Game of Thrones here. The special effects are pretty good, and set designs convincingly create the worlds and technologies described in the book. The visual representation, in terms of character development, the series shines in its portrayal of Yu Wenjie, offering a nuanced exploration of her motivations and the personal tragedies that shaped her actions. However, some other characters are not given the same depth, leaving some interpersonal dynamics feeling unexplored and certain motivations unclear. I think the person who suffers the most from this season is the character of Saul Duran. After they get a second season, hopefully he will be fleshed out a bit more. The series also navigates the political and historical context of the story with varying degrees of success. While it adeptly portrays the tumultuous period of the Cultural Revolution and its impact on the characters, some of the broader political implications and the complex interplay between global powers in response to the extraterrestrial threat are not as fully developed as they could be, especially our knowledge over the last couple years of how humans react to existential threats. Things came together, I think, a little bit too neatly or without a lot of explanation in the show in parts. I will say that while there are weak points throughout the season, there was not one episode where there wasn't something compelling or interesting that kept me coming back to watch the next episode. I watched it all in one sitting. I didn't break it up into different days, owing a little bit to do with my ADHD, and also the show was just that compelling. I think standout episodes for me were, of course, the mystery at the beginning in episode 1, and I will say episode 5 when you get to it, and I'm going to try to say this as carefully as I can, gave me a new perspective on current political issues going on, specifically the conflict going on in Gaza. It gave me a better understanding of the Israeli position. I will say that it doesn't mean that I agree with the Israeli position, but that episode actually helped me understand where they were coming from at the beginning of the conflict, which is quite a feat for a piece of art. Again, at least made me understand their perspectives a little bit better, and it's impossible for me to explain why until you've seen the 5th episode. So if I had gotten nothing else from this show, I would have appreciated that in and of itself, because as Terence, the playwright from the Roman Republic, put it, "Homo sum mani nihil amer alam puto." I'm human, and I think nothing human is alien to me. It's also something that Maya Angelou would say from time to time. So I appreciate this show allowing me to understand another human's perspective. And in the world that we live in, there's lots of divisions that make us seem alien to each other or inscrutable to each other. So I very much appreciated that, and I honestly thought about lots of things and lots of issues raised in this show days and weeks after watching it. So in conclusion, The Three-Body Problem is a commendable adaptation of a complex and thought-provoking novel, offering a visually stunning and intellectually engaging experience. While it masterfully captures the grandeur and existential dread of the source material, the series is not without its narrative and pacing issues. I think it stands as a significant contribution to the science fiction genre, yet there is definitely room for deeper exploration and more consistent pacing in the storytelling in future seasons after they get them. My rating for The Three-Body Problem is a road trip, or an 8. It's a series that not only demands to be watched, but discussed and debated. A journey well worth taking with friends, embarking on a road trip to the nearest screen and immersing yourself in its universe, and perhaps finding a piece of the future in its story. So when you see it, I want to know what you think of the three-body problem. Did it captivate you, challenge you, or change your perspective on the human race or the universe? Let's talk about it in the comments below. And if you found this review useful or enlightening, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more analysis like this. All right, catch you in the next one, guys. Bye.